67 years old.
Smith County Sheriff Larry Smith held his first town hall meeting at White House last night.
Yeah, he joins us live this morning. Good morning, Sheriff Smith.
Good morning.
We're glad to have you this morning.
Good to be here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about last night. Did you learn anything from the people, which is why you did this? You wanted to get out and talk with them and learn something from them.
Learned a little bit just from some of the questions they asked. It pretty much told me what is important to them as citizens of Smith County, what they expect out of the sheriff's office.
And what is that? What is important to them that you think?
Pretty much the same thing that we've been talking about over the past 2 years during the campaign, and even more recently, the response times of our patrol when they're called to respond to some need for law enforcement service. Getting our deputies trained well and making sure that we keep on top of the homicide cases and the major cases, the drug cases and things such as that that are the driving force of all the major crimes, pretty much not only in East Texas but all over the country.
Yeah.
You're 6 months in, your first term. What has worked well that you had hoped to do? What hasn't gone just exactly the way you had planned for the start of your office?
The biggest thing, I guess, Clint, that has worked well is the fact that we're able to change over to the 12-hour shifts for patrol and get more deputies on the street rather quickly, which has really cut way down on our response times. We're still working on that. That's something that's going to be a constant thing that we look at trying to do, get deputies there as quick as we can. One of the things, I guess, that hasn't worked as well as I would like is the administrative part of it. The county only has so much money to go around, and things that we need to do for the sheriff's office to be as good as it can be is unfortunately takes funding, and the time that I need to deal with things such as that time could be better spent somewhere else if we had more resources available to us.
You've talked a lot about transparency. Why do you think that's so important, I guess, in translating into the safety of the county? Because that's really the bottom line here, is keeping people safe.
Transparency is very important because we need to let the citizens know what is going on as much as we can. There's some cases we can't talk about because they're in the process of the investigation. But for instance, if we had a group of burglars working in a specific area of the county, we need to get that out to the citizens as soon as possible because that could turn bad quickly. If you have a residential burglary, gets in a house, gets homeowner comes home or something, it could go bad quickly. But things like that, and that's why we've started using Facebook and Twitter to get that information out as soon as we can, and also why we hired a public information officer to use the media as a vehicle to get that information out to the citizens. The way I look at it is the Smith County Sheriff's Office belongs to the citizens. It doesn't belong to me. I'm just simply running it for them for the next 4 years and hopefully after that.
Very good. And if you miss this, there'll be more coming in the future?
There will be. I'm looking at doing a total of 5 or 6. The next one will be held in downtown Tyler, probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks. And when we get through with that, we'll probably lay off of it about 3 months till we get more information and more things we need to discuss with the citizens, and we'll start that rotation over again for the full 4 years.
Very good.
Sheriff Smith, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.